Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So, the Eevee Heroes case. This is a video that's absolutely not scripted. I'm just reacting and I'll try to go with you through what's going on at the moment in Japan because it's absolutely insane. So, yeah. Everything started a few days ago when the Pokemon Company announced that they would be reprinting Lost Abyss, Incandescent Arcana, and Paradigm Trigger, which, as a matter of fact, started yesterday when Paradigm Trigger was available on the Pokemon Center online in Japan for 27 minutes. 27 minutes! That's the time it took for Paradigm Trigger to be sold out on the Pokemon Center online in Japan. Please remember, keep this in mind, 27 minutes. So, Paradigm Trigger is now gone. Incandescent Arcana should be next, followed by Lost Abyss. I'll definitely be looking for Lost Abyss because I want to get a couple of boxes for myself, but that's not the subject. Will the Pokemon Company reprint Eevee Heroes? That's what we all want to know. And I see a few problems with that. First one is if we go through Pokélector's website, we can see that so far all the reprints they've done it in reverse chronological order, right? And before Eevee Heroes, if we start from Lost Abyss, before Eevee Heroes, they would need to reprint sets such as Starburst, VMAX Climax, and the 25th anniversary. Now, Starburst and VMAX Climax, I could see them being reprinted. The problem for me is the 25th anniversary. As we are getting closer and closer from the 30th anniversary, reprinting the 25th anniversary doesn't make sense to me. So that's the first problem, because in reverse chronological order, Eevee Heroes and Blue Sky Stream come after 25th anniversary. That's the first thing. The second problem is that, historically speaking, during the past 27 or 28 years, the Pokemon Company has never given the green light for a Japanese reprint of any set that's off the standard. Okay. That's a thing. All the sets that are off the standard have never been reprinted. So if they do reprint Eevee Heroes, which is off the standard now, that will be a first. And that is also a problem. Why is that a problem? Because they, in my opinion, they would lose customers' trust. Okay. Lost Origin is the last Japanese set still in standard. Okay. It's in Japanese they say giri giri, which means it's like borderline, but it's still in standard, and it will remain in standard for the next 6 months. So it kind of gives them an excuse for doing so, right? Because they can say, okay, well, I mean, it's still in standard, so it's okay for us to reprint it because people can still use the cards in the set in order to play the Pokemon TCG, and that's okay. But reprinting Eevee Heroes would mean now there is no more limit to what can be reprinted because, to be realistic, it would take the Pokemon Company, like 10 minutes to reprint any set that they've printed in the past? And the standard so far has been the limit, the limit past what they don't reprint anymore. If they break this limit, then they could as well reprint, like the OG Rocket or base set, as long as they do have the data, they can reprint whatever they want. And as an extra piece of information, in Japan, we didn't get the swap between two different companies like we did in the West when Wizard of the Coast stopped printing the cards, right? in Japan, Media Factory has been the company printing the cards since the very beginning. So technically, they do have the data still, right? So if this limit of the standard doesn't exist anymore, then what stops them from reprinting base set or reprinting Neo or reprinting E series, right? And that's what I mean when I say they would lose customers' trust, because the whole market, the whole secondary market now is based on the fact that they won't be reprinting any of these cards, right? The price of a Lugia Crystal, the price of a Shining Charizard, these prices are based on the fact that these cards won't be reprinted. If this trust between the customer and Media Factory is broken, then I see a huge crash in the Japanese market coming. And I don't think the Pokemon Company want that, right? So those are the two big problems for me with a reprint of Eevee Heroes. Now, on the other hand, what could what could make them or encourage them into reprinting Eevee Heroes? First, there is the COVID excuse. What I call the COVID excuse, and that's what they've been using so far, that, well, during COVID, during the pandemic, many people couldn't get their hands on some of the sets that we've printed, so we are reprinting them, for these people who couldn't get them at that time. And they could very well say that this is something exceptional that's never going to happen again. And okay, fine. But still, for me, they would lose the customer's trust by doing that. But it does give them some kind of excuse. The second is probably the obvious one, is that for the Pokemon Company, reprinting Eevee Heroes, it's printing money. It's a cash machine for them. Okay, think about this Paradigm Trigger, which is it's not a bad set, but far from being as good as Eevee Heroes, or far from being as popular as Eevee Heroes. 27 minutes on the Pokemon Center Online. What do you think it's gonna be for Eevee Heroes? 27 seconds? The Pokemon Center Online in Japan is gonna crash. Literally, I think it's gonna crash the second they reprint Eevee Heroes, and the second it's available on the Pokemon Center Online. So yeah, I mean, I probably, if they reprint Eevee Heroes, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I don't care if the box is sealed or not. I'm gonna get loose packs, I'm gonna create side accounts, then I'm gonna get a second mortgage of my house if I have to. So I was part of these people who couldn't get Eevee Heroes when it was printed the first time, because I wasn't back into Pokemon yet. So I would be very happy, more than happy, to get it at MSRP. And I know I'm not the only one. So yes, if they are after the money, they will be reprinting it. Now, will they or won't they reprint it? I do not have an answer to that. What we can see at the moment is panic selling on the market. People are just offloading Blue Sky Stream, offloading Eevee Heroes, because they see what's happening with Lost Abyss and Paradigm Trigger, and they are afraid of this happening to Eevee Heroes. I am not sure of what the Pokemon Company will do. My instinct tells me that they won't be reprinting Eevee Heroes. Now, if they end up doing it, I will be buying, but I am very much afraid of what's going to happen to the whole Japanese market if they do reprint Eevee Heroes, for all the points I mentioned before. So yeah, that's it. I hope it clarifies something for you. Maybe it did bring more questions than answers. In that case, I'm sorry. But yeah, I wanted to discuss that with you. Feel free to let me know in the comment down below what you think about this. Will you be buying Eevee Heroes if it gets reprinted? Do you wish for it to be reprinted? Yeah, I'll see you again next time. Meanwhile, you know what to do. Subscribe, leave a like, share if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.